Real motion getter. Stay in motion. Compete that motion. We gonna stay on top. $1 million nigga. $1 billion nigga. This is not no cap talk.
Wake that ass up, wake that ass up, wake that ass up. Come get your God fix. Come get your greatness fix. Come get this God fix, this greatness fix. We are here, Motion Mondays with Dream Wise. They go down, they go down. What's up, family? What's the deal, man? What's the deal? What's the deal? Come get this God fix. You know what this is. Every Monday, we go down my Instagram feed and feed our spirit, our soul, information of high vibrations, the power of strength. Because remember, thoughts create your reality. And if you're trying to change and manipulate your reality, well, then you need to wake that ass up with some power, with some love for self, with some knowledge of self, self-love. So I'm excited about this, Bill. I'm excited about this. Happy Father's Day to the family, man. Yeah. Happy Father's Day to all the gods out there, man. It go down. Look, we went to the same restaurant we went to for Mother's Day. And yes, as you expected it, that bitch was empty. Ha! Say that. Hey, we went to the same exact restaurant we went for Mother's Day. Mother's Day was packed. Everybody there. Everybody had presents and everything. You feel me? You had to wait in line and shit. I'm talking about it was jumping on Mother's Day. Father's Day yesterday? Nigga, that whole was a goddamn silent movie. Nigga, I'm in that bitch. Look, I said, oh, this shit crazy. Same family, everything. Hell, some of our family members didn't even show up. You feel me? So, hey, so I was like, God damn. But shout out to all the fathers out there. You know what I'm saying? We here. And a big aspect of the father, especially when we talk about spirituality or spiritual concepts, is Osar. And Osar is essentially the father, but he is the one that is bringing forth a specific invisible energy or understanding, which is your subconscious mind. So since he's the Lord of the Underworld, essentially he's the Lord of your understanding, which is bringing you knowledge of things you want to do or accomplish down here in this earth realm, and knowledge of self. You feel me? So shout out to all my fathers, niggas. Go down. Look, I was thinking about this too, and I got another one for you. Cause I was like, damn, they don't really got no Father's Day song. They only got Mother's Day songs. I said the only Father's song they got is Dance With My Father Again, Luther Vandross. And nigga, every time I put that on, I start crying. So I try to stay away from that bitch. You put that on, watch the video and put that on. Tell me you won't cry. That nigga Luther tapped into that God particle with that shit. God damn. But look, I got another one for y'all. This is because I was like, dang, okay, they only got Mother's Day songs. But then I thought about this. I want y'all to check this shit out. So y'all remember, hey, we just got to do it. Fuck it. We just got to do it. I still don't know how to make a poll. But look, I just got to do it for y'all. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up the songs first. So I was going down a rabbit hole. Speaking of rabbit hole, let's see if he'll pull up for me. Sadie. Yeah, y'all know where I'm going. Who did it better? Who did it better? Don't worry, we're going to get to Instagram. Hold on. I wonder if they even got the R. Kelly version on YouTube. You know, that R or something. But look, hey, I'm just telling you what it is. I get it. You know, sometimes niggas hear R. Kelly and they cringe. But let's do this real quick. Let's just see one time. Sadie, who did it better? I'm going to play a little bit of the gods, and then we got to play the R-rated version. I remember this.
In a world like today, it's a rare occasion to be able to see young mothers like the ones that were around when I grew up. But they live on in memory to quite a few of
Hey, I
us.
know where I'm going with this.
And this song is dedicated to those
Shout
who
out to the
cherish
sitters,
that
though.
memory. Early one Sunday morning, breakfast was on the table.
I hear him. You hear him?
There was no time to eat. She said to me, boy, hurry to Sunday school.
Yeah.
Filled with a Lord of glory.
Shout out to the gods, baby.
We learned the holy story. She'll always have her dream.
Come on.
Despite the things this troubled world can bring. Oh, say, don't you know we love you, sweet Sadie?
Hey, all right.
No one above you, sweet Sadie. Well. Sometimes.
Okay, y'all heard. Hey, y'all heard the spinners. Now you gotta be honest. This is about honesty. Fuck all that bullshit. This is about honesty. We just gotta be honest real quick. Hey, I said, damn, niggas be stealing boys' songs. Now let's go to the R. You know how that. Hey, you heard. Hey, see, I don't got no bias. That's the thing. Maybe they only got R. Kelly on the thing. Okay, they got it. Boom. Check. Hey,
Grammarly helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least amount of hours of my week.
Okay, now watch.
This song goes out to my mother, the one I love, and the one I lost.
Don't play.
When it comes down to
let me turn it up for y'all, just so y'all can hear. I feel the cringe already, but
love
still.
she's giving me makes it easy to do a song like this. So this one's for you, Ma. I love you.
The same words and everything.
Early one Sunday morning, breakfast was on the table. There was no time to eat. She said to me, boy, hurry to Sunday school.
Come on, dog, you tripping.
Filled with the Lord of glory. We learned the holy story. She'll always have her dreams, despite the things this troubled world can bring. Oh, say it, don't you know we love you?
That's the version I know, baby. What y'all talking about? Y'all, hey.
No one above your sweet Sadie. Well. Sometimes it sounds so funny. Nobody can turn your life around.
Ho. Y'all niggas tripping in this bitch. Hey, that nigga R got it. Fuck it. Hey, look, I know, and look, it's, hey, I cringe. Look, sometimes when I hear R. Kelly, I be like, damn, like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no, I get it. It's like some kind of unconscious collective cloud that happened. Where R. Kelly, when you hear his music, sometimes you might even cringe a little bit just to even know he was in that pedophilia, energy or whatever. But, hey, honestly, I know the science on that shit. I can break it down for y'all too, honestly, real quick. We're going to get to the Instagram. Fuck it. We're going to get there. But look. Okay. R. Kelly got abused as a child, right? So then he is literally still in the childlike mind because he's stuck in that age. So you got three things. You got a mental age, you got a spiritual age, and you got your physical age. Your physical age ain't shit. That's just you growing older in this physical body, right? Your mental age is basically the psychological factors that happen to you when you're stuck in that particular program. So a lot of it happens in the solar plexus time when it's 14 to 21 in high school, and that kind of defines your identity. And then you create this personality, right, to keep that identity going because of the high school dynamics and how, you know, people have popular kids, the geeks or whatever, you know, the whole story of the high school impact. Boom. So R. Kelly, because I seen this shit happen with a partner of mine. This nigga was stuck in the middle school age. I see it a lot. I see it a lot. Like niggas be stuck in middle school, high school ages, even like that 20-year-old age gap thing too. You feel me? Where they be stuck mentally there because they haven't healed from their traumas and shit. So check this shit out. So R. Kelly, literally, because he was tapped in, you know, he was one of them. He's, you know, shit. Say the same thing with Michael Jackson doing Never Neverland and climbing trees and shit, and then tapping into that chaos realm, which is that childlike spirit, that childlike essence. So boom, if he'd been raped as a child and he still has that adventurous spirit, then he's in a realm of possibilities to create these powerful musics. So then he got raped. So then he believes that him fucking 14-year-olds or 12-year-olds or whatever is appropriate. Because he's mentally gone. Now, obviously, you judge people based off of, you know, their behaviors and stuff like that. Cool. But just looking from a lens of, you know, a spiritual being, right? And just observing the situation, you'd be like, oh, shit. that nigga probably, you know what I'm saying, had to go through that experience, which we came down here to go through these particular experience to deliver some genius type music to bring forth, you know, the sounds that help people. Nigga, I used to listen to I Believe I Can Fly so much. Oh my God, that was like my theme song as a kid. In my Walkman and shit, that's all I used to listen to. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. You got to be a kid that was, yeah, Space Jam. So he had to be really tapped in to pull that off. Nigga talk about I believe I can fly. God damn. So, you know, that mental age is a big deal. We got to understand that to the core. Like, niggas be stuck at 15 and shit, 13. You feel me? Even though they 45, 38. Nigga, I just seen, oh, shit. Watch this. Hold on. Hopefully I can find this shit. Y'all got to see this shit. Nigga, I just seen exactly what I'm talking about right here. Watch this. You remember that it was let me put that shit in. Ashton Hall and Speed. Look. I'm looking at this grown ass man arguing with this dude. I'm thinking to myself, oh, this nigga got a psychological, he's still stuck in a 10-year-old's body. This nigga, hold on, let me see. This nigga, I don't know how, this nigga Speed is like 20 or something like that. These kids are real young. You feel me? I think he's 20. This nigga Ashton Hall, I think I don't know. Somebody do the facts on it. I think this nigga old though, like me, like 40 and shit. You feel me? Check this shit out. So Ashton Hall and this nigga Speed raced, right? Now, I understand Speed because he's in that age. He's 20, he's competitive, and he's in that mojo, right? This goofy nigga, older than what I told y'all about that mental age, is still stuck in 20 years old, 18-year-old, maybe something happened when he was in high school, you know what I'm saying? And he just never got over it. That's why they put on all these muscles and this persona of being like trying to compensate their high school years because they probably got bullied and shit. You feel me? This nigga literally arguing with a kid about his race that he should have been like, oh yeah, you got it. You got to feed you. You know, you the young guy, you feel me? Instead of look carry it on like
you're supposed to walk away, look back, and say, yo, you slow.
I did that the second time.
Let's run
I did that the second time.
Bro, no, you didn't. The second race, the first race I failed.
I didn't look back.
The first race you won.
You're
The one before
Let's
that,
go.
I failed. Come on. You're supposed to walk away, look back, and say, yo, you slow.
I did that the second
say
time.
Let's run
I did that the second time.
Bro, no, you didn't. The second race, the first.
bro, no, you didn't. That nigga. Hey, I'm telling y'all that mental age, baby. These grown ass men is stuck.
Race I failed.
I didn't look back.
That's sick. This nigga is goddamn. Somebody catch his age. Oh, he 29. Oh, my bad. Okay, he might be still, you know, whatever. Shit, he might be in that thing. I thought he was older. He looked older. You feel me? So maybe he is, you know, still, but still, that's still the point. Because damn near 30, you supposed to be off of that 15-year-old stuff. You feel me? That 16, 17-year-old mindset kind of thing. You feel me? Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. It just looks a way if you haven't matured or grown into your own of mind. Because remember, you go through things so you can overcome them. That's the whole point of this adventure, right? Going through it to overcome it. And as spiritual beings, as spiritual workers, we want to get into the space of understanding, right? That, okay, things happen to us, but it shouldn't define us. And it shouldn't set us in a particular age in stone where we just succumb to that ideology where our frontal lobe ain't even developed yet. And we believe that the world is this way. You feel me? You remember when you was a teenager, your mama couldn't tell you shit. This lady don't know what she talking about. She tripping. Sure enough, you get older, you be like, oh shit, she was right. God damn. That shit. So understand to the core, like niggas get stuck there based off of not healing from their traumas. And essentially they close a blind eye to it. So they keep themselves busy, like the Ashton Hall dude. They work out or whatever and try to keep busy and keep moving and shit instead of dealing with the real underlying factor, which is your subconscious mind, which is the real father, which is spirit. So that's a big deal, family, and I want the family to understand that to the core. Look, and then even thinking about this Father's Day, look, I just seen a video with Bobby, and Bobby was dropping on how the divine feminine energy is returning, right? Cool, we understand that. And that's the kind of real gain of this energy. The real world is tapping into your magic, your intuition, your knowing. You feel me? So they fucked up the minds of the masses based off of this Christian programming with the whole Father, Son, Holy Spirit thing, right? Because it's really supposed to be Mother, Son, and then the Father, which is Holy Spirit, but that's just an invisible energy of knowing. You feel me? So this whole world is backwards based off of that patriarchal energy and the mindset of the Christian motif ruling over the world to create this kind of bastardized mind. See, if they would have said mother, which they could have did it, because the Virgin Mary, Mary and Jesus, right? Or Aset and Aset and Heru. You feel me? So they could have just said simply Mary and Jesus, but why did they take her out? Because they don't want you to know you got to tap into this divine feminine energy. You feel me? Just so you can understand how the wind blows and understand that everything ain't built on logic. Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Instagram. Okay, this is where I go to my Instagram feed and we dive deep into the fold of the messages that come to us, because essentially we are here to empower ourselves. And that's the only way out, is to understand that your thoughts create things. Your thoughts create your reality. And essentially, if you ain't moving with a particular thought, if you have a low vibrational thought, then you're going to keep on running the same circles. Here we go.
What is that? How one achieves that? Maybe I could quote one of the Sufis, Sheikh Abdullah Ansari. He was an Afghan Sufi. And he said, I was looking for God, and all that I found was myself. And then I looked for myself, and I found God. Now that is really the answer. Like where are you going to find God if it's not, in the human being? So instead of thinking of God as other than oneself, one realizes that God is coming through, is manifesting and actuating himself. But it is our notion of ourselves that stands in the way of this, of the bounty of this being coming through. In fact, my father said this, I think, in the best way that I've ever come across, when he said, we think that we are a plant, but in fact, of course, the plant is the unfurling of the seed, but you can't see the seed in the plant. But at the end of the process, the seed does re-emerge in half a flower. So the divinity of our being is continually trying to come through. And there's no doubt about it that we are that being, but of course, limited by our own sense of ourselves, as a matter of fact. What is the...
That's good. That's good. So again, essentially what happened and what the God is saying is that, this religious indoctrination or programming has made us believe in something outside of ourselves. So then in that believing of something outside of ourselves, we start worshiping people outside of ourselves, i.e. the celebrity culture, social media, blah, blah, blah. Instead of really focusing and honing on to God or us with ourselves and being into ourselves, we start looking for validation or cues from everybody else because of, again, the religious motif that they put in this aspect of there's somebody higher than you. So then you, even in the macro or the microcosm and the macrocosm of it, you still believe people are higher than you in some kind of form or fashion, just based off of your their ability to do marvelous things, but you have that inside of you as well. So now, because they're doing marvelous things, you're looking at them as a god, like people looked at Michael Jackson as a god, you feel me? And all these other, Whitney Houston, you feel me? Prince, right? Luther, all of these people, but they put on their pants the same way you do. You feel me? They're just like you. They're just expressing their truth based off of them tapping into their inner God and letting God out. So it's just about you focusing in and really understanding how important it is to be one with oneself and to love on you so much. I just gave this to the Patreon family on Father's Day. I told them to go look in the mirror, right? Because this is a subconscious programming thing, right? When we talk about the Father, we're talking about tapping into Osar, subconscious mind. So then essentially, what do you do to do that? Repetition, right? So go look in the mirror and say a powerful affirmation to yourself 13 times. And you want to do that because essentially it's going to program your world to understand that you are important. You are somebody, and your thoughts create the reality. So if you want to change your world, you're going to have to master your thoughts first. Hey, happy birthday to Tupac, man. Hit him up, baby. Hit him up, Tupac, baby. And look, Tupac would have been 54. So that's good. So that's also the 9, right? And you know, he created that Dear Mama. That nigga was thug and poetic. You feel me? And you know, thug just means true hero under God. So we got to look at that acronym and just really understand the core of the meaning of it. You feel me? One of his most famous songs, that Dear Mama, right? Everybody expressed their love to their mama. Like I told you, that Father's Day was a goddamn ghost town. You feel me? I felt like I was in the movie goddamn From, in the show From, in that Father's Day yesterday. I said, damn, this restaurant empty. Same damn restaurant. Packed on Mother's Day. We went back for Father's Day. That shit was ghost. Ha. So understand, even with Tupac being 54, and that's the 9, that's completion, you need to jam Tupac music all day today, baby. That shit gonna work. And look, and pay attention to your dreams, or pay attention to what spirit is giving you in your waking life. Because essentially what's gonna happen is when you jam this Tupac today on his birthday, 54 to 9, we're in the 9 year, right? Whatever you've been trying to rid yourself of and complete, right, is going to come into fruition. So now you got to understand that you're going to kill off some kind of old self and then walk into a new world. So jam that Tupac. I'm about to jam some Tupac like crazy today. You feel me? And that new world is going to come heavy. Let me play this Bobby for y'all, because I do want y'all to understand what time it is and how much we're getting back to our divine feminine principles and right as gods, as goddesses on this earth. Hold on, let me see if I can find it first. That nigga Ashton, oh, crazy. These young niggas crazy as hell, boy. Oh, here it go. Y'all check this shit out real quick, and then we're gonna get back to the Instagram feed.
The Hebrew mythology, the return of Lilith. Lilith is supposed to be the chief demon that didn't want to lay down with Adam. Chandler was talking about. But they also tell you in the Lilith book by Barbara Black Couture, and also in Raphael Pate's book, Hebrew Goddess, that Lilith is supposed to take her seat on the right hand of God. Now in the Kabbalistic text, they say it's about what? They say that the whole shit, the whole Kabbalah is based on the return of the Shekinah, the feminine energy. This is the Kabbalistic text. Gershom Scholem, which is the chief authority on Kabbalistic out of Tel Aviv, died in 1982. They say, well, what's all this Kabbalistic and this Kabbalah stuff? What does it all mean? What's going to happen? He said, ultimately, all this shit is going to turn back into chaos.
Yes, sir.
And chaos is the realm of the great mother. Chaos rules. Chaos is supreme. You see? That's so the feminine principle is chaos.
Okay, well, let me let him finish.
And if you keep it up hard enough, long enough, you can stir up the damn chaos. Now, so it is the Shakti power. Now, so he failed to realize, he talked about Osiris, and he talked about.
Okay, shout out to the great, the one and only, the magician, Bobby, the mystic, Bobby Hitman Hammett. Yeah, so understand that chaos, right, is just the potential energy you have inside of you. And chaos is just about a particular you that's creating a world of you alone, right? Because we came down here to have an adventure for us. The end, right? This is FUBU, for us, by us, but it's just us, we, you, right? So you want to think about it like chaos is like a young female girl. You feel me? They're into themselves. They want to get their hair done. They're into their look, right? They're really into themselves, or even an older female, right? You feel me? They're really in the land of moving how the wind blows and moving how they feel, right? That's an important understanding to have in this world, because essentially, if you're stuck in the patriarchal energy, right, where you're just so gun-ho and fixated, you'll miss the roses and you'll miss the ability to express yourself freely and win, because you'll miss opportunity because you're stuck in your old mindset paradigm that's keeping you robotic and stiff and hard. So now all of a sudden, if you don't have the ability to be water, then essentially you can't expand your growth. So it's just like even having a job, right? The job, you know how much they're going to pay you a year. They're going to pay you this much a year, right? If you continue with that job for 30 years and they're just paying you $50,000 a year, yeah, they might go up a little bit, but the median and then the way inflation is working, they're just keeping you in the same state. You feel me? So now, in order for you to do more or gain more, you got to think outside of the box or become fearless. Because if you stuck at that 50,000 a year, we're just using the analogy with money because that's the one people gravitate towards. If you're stuck there, then essentially you're going to get the same, right, over and over and over again. It's just common sense. So then, in order to be chaos, you have to think outside of the box, right? Be fluid, right? Be water, and be able to take the ups and downs and the road to a higher level. Because if there's no ceiling, there's no roof, then you can blow the roof off this thing, right? Off of your mindset, and then jump to the moon with 100,000 in a month. But if you're in the limited mindset of 50,000 a year, and that's all you'll ever get, and you don't even know the opportunity there will be for you to have 100,000 in a month. Cause then, is just think about it, right? You did your big one. You made 100,000 in a month. You feel me? That would have took you 2 years to do. So now how far the rabbit hole goes with your mind if that opportunity does present itself. You feel me? 40,000 in a month, right? Just think about that. Like, oh, okay, boom, made 40 this month, right? But it would have took me a year if I was stuck at a job. So you got to understand the chaos is you basically expressing yourself and trying different things to think outside of the box and not be so narrow-minded or so stiff in this world. You feel me? And the only way you can break free of the robotic mindset or the masculine energy is to start doing different things. I wrote a whole book on it. It's called Chaos. It's y'all can see it down below. I think I got it for $6 right now. You feel me? It's a PDF or whatever. I wrote a whole book, beautiful book on it. And look, essentially, right, the chaos is you tapping into the strange and doing things that's different. So you can't be stiff. Like I use this example a lot, but it's just an example. It's not really about doing the act. You feel me? So you're at a red light. There's no cars in sight, nothing coming, right? For the mere fact that you're sitting there. Now look, I'm just telling you what it is. Just for the mere fact of you sitting there, you don't see no cars at all. Nothing. No one coming this way. You don't see no cars coming this way. It's red light. It's goddamn 7 a.m. on a Sunday. You the only one out. The red light stops you. For the mere fact for the mere fact alone that you sitting there waiting, right, for that light to turn green, means means you stuck in a robotic trance-like state. I'm just telling you what it is. Now look, you don't have to run the red light. You need to have the thought to say, I need to get up out of here and run this red light. But I would go even further if it was me and run that bitch. You feel me? Just for my own personal love for self and understanding that I'm not in mind control. And when you run it, you're going to feel the break in you. You're like, oh, shit. Almost like a little kid stealing candy. Oh, shit, I did something evil. Oh, God. Ha. Chaos in the blood, baby. And that little breaks, them little breaks in your mind is going to do something to the way you see this world. So you won't be so stiff and so naive. You feel me? Like niggas is getting it the way they get it based off of the understanding that, hey, it's every man for themselves. And if you're not here to do you, then essentially you're going to be in a grave world of control, mind control. Speaking of mind control, we're reading that Mind Control 101 in the Patreon. So Patreon family, y'all know what time it is. We going deep. We just did the introduction the other day, and we're going to go deep into the fold. And boy, oh boy, I am excited about this one because it's going to break and shatter the mind of other. If y'all want to join the Patreon, come on through. We got it on discount right now, just for the 6. Just because this is the 626-666, just because of this month, it's on discount. So y'all see it when y'all come through on the Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member right now, okay, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Hold on. Share. See what the Instagram feed is feeding us today, baby.
Why would you think about the past if you can't change it? It happened. Stay in the present. Why would you think about the future and it ain't gonna happen exactly how you want it? Stay in the present. The more you stay in the present moment, you get this deep sense of higher self that knows everything. It's who you really are. It knows everything that you chasing. It knows all the secrets. It's a higher intelligence. It's you. You can call it God. You can call it higher consciousness, higher self, motherfucking Christ conscious, whatever you want. It's in you right now. It's locked away because you never focus on yourself. You don't see nothing that's in front of you, my nigga. Right now, sit here and ask yourself, I wonder what my next thought going to be. When you do that, you putting your ego on the spot. Now your ego is, oh my God, he's paying attention to me. You are not your ego. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts create your whole world. You think you need 1 million followers. You think you need 2 million, 3 million. You think you need to be a bad bitch. You think you need your higher self that's with you at all times already is what you think you need. The more you focus on yourself, it starts to become uncomfortable. This is all ego. It's not you. You're watching it. You are the watcher. Why would you think about the past?
Shout out to the young God, man. I think his name is Spiritual Soul. Yeah, and look, these young guys, I told y'all, man, hey, now look, I know people have people from my generation and stuff like that have a funny feel on some of these kind of content creators talking about spirituality and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, at the end of the day, information is information. Fuck the messenger. Did you get the message? Because at the same time, at the end of the day, these young guys are living in a whole completely different world than you. And they're seeing this place for something a little bit more stranger than you, right? Their vision is set in the pineal gland, the first eye. And they're moving just based off of them being in alignment with the divine feminine energy, like Bobby said. You feel me? So it don't matter about their personalities. You're just going to have to get into the space of understanding that sometimes these young guys might have a particular message for you that can bring you into focusing on you. This ain't no Elijah Muhammad and us worshiping a person, you feel me? Or what's the God in Jamaica they used to worship with the damn, what's the religion called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That whole thing, like that ain't this ain't none of that. You need to worship yourself and understand that you can still pick up information and knowledge from others and not take it personal. That whole taking it personal thing is fucking niggas up, boy. Hey, you better count your days, because essentially you're trying to be one and in love with self so much that nobody else matters, right? In the lexicon of, oh, I don't like him, or I don't, cool, right? But don't starch it into your being to where now when you transition, you got to come back to learn from that perspective. Because you say you didn't like a person, or you hate a person, you feel me? That's a strong word. You're going to have to just be able to have a different type of observing ego where you can see points of views and not take the point of view personal. You feel me? Like I can understand why them KKKs hate black people and shit, hate melanated people. Shit, I would hate me too if I wasn't me. What? God, I'll be like, damn, I hate these niggas. What? If you was white, you see long dick niggas coming through and knocking down your bitch and shit. Real throw like swag and shit. You feel me? Nigga, why wouldn't you expect a little hate from somebody that ain't you? What? God damn, you better mark you. Why do they hate us so much? Nigga, you whacking they chicks. They chick just talk about you. They like, hey, something about that black wood. Them chicks just talk, what them white nigga, they love, so what you think they gonna do? They like, oh, hell no, they having nightmares of you, boy. So I can see from their point of view, like, hey, my bad, shit. Put that robe on, fuck it. You feel me? Get yours off. Get yours off, fuck it. You feel me? Hey, my bad for just being God in the flesh. You feel me? Hey, I understand. You see what? Yeah, high school, them white boys used to marvel at niggas. Isn't it damn basketball team? All what? Say, you know what it is, dog. It just is what it is. What can we do? Just keep on being God and existing, shit. All right, let's keep it rolling. Shout out to Spiritual Soul again.
You have stepped into a reality where effort is no longer your concern. The weight of labor has been lifted from your shoulders. It is no longer your job to find a way, to make ends meet, to struggle for survival. That is the way of the world, but you are no longer of the world. You are chosen, set apart, governed by divine law, and in divine law there is no such thing as lack. Everything around you responds to the consciousness you hold. If you hold the consciousness of struggle, then struggle will find you. If you hold the consciousness of lack, then lack will appear. But when you hold the consciousness of abundance, when you accept fully that your provision is not of this world, but of God, then there is no effort required. The riches flow not because you chase them, but because you allow them. The opportunities come not because you search for them, but because you expect them. The doors open not because you knock, but because they were never closed to begin with. There are laws.
Shout out to Neville Garter. Neville Goddard, y'all go get his books. His teachings is absolutely fire. And yes, he is Caucasian. Yeah, you know, thoughts create your reality. Thoughts create your reality. So you want to change your thoughts about things. That's why I had his Motion Mondays, because essentially what we're doing is eradicating the old low vibrational thoughts that doesn't serve us, and then start looking at ourselves as supreme high divine beings. This is a God fix right here. This is the greatness fix. You're getting your fix when you're listening to this. Essentially, we're programming our mind and our world for uplifting thoughts. It might take some time, because you got to remember, you've been programmed for 20, 30, 40 years of your life to think less than, to think inferior. But now you ran into Dream Wise, and oh, happy day, you get to experience God over and over and over again with these God fixes. Because essentially what's going to happen is I don't know how long it might take, for everybody's going to be different, right? But boom, I can give you a particular motivation, and then cool, you forget about it the next hour, right? But then the next week you come back, and the next week, and the next time, right? And you gain a level of clarity based off of you just repetitiously coming to hear a message that will serve your higher good and your greatness. So this is greatness fix right here. This is God fix right here. And we need this as melanated beings and spiritual beings, so we can actually tap into the strange and unusual of ourselves. Man, shout out to you, Sincere 529. Peace to the family, peace to the God. Yes, yes. Ashe. My bad. I'll be forgetting about the chat, man. What's up, Tammy? What's up, Keen Ancient? Rohan, what's the deal, y'all? Everybody in the chat, what's good? Cosmic Chaos, we in here. Bliss, El Noble. Yes, sir. Go down. Hey, y'all know what to do with that like button. Like this thing up. Star Homes, Royal Rising family. Ashe. Yeah, so you know, it's important. That's why I'm saying, like, we have to get into the space of uplifting ourselves, because again, that's why we're reading the Mind Control 101 in the Patreon, because again, these motherfuckers are telling you to wait for a future that's not going to come. Oh, hey, trouble is coming. Hey, get ready. The only thing you have is right now. And if you can't adjust your mind right now because you're waiting for something or thinking of something into the future, then you're going to be constantly repetitiously stuck in a future event that's never going to happen and never going to exist. Now you have to have the blue sky thinking, where you're thinking positively of yourself, but you're thinking of that right now. You feel me? So you can see your future self, but it's actually right now. So you're channeling all of that future self right now, and you becoming that nigga, you becoming that bitch, you becoming him, her right now. Just a whole peace and oneness within yourself, where you're actually walking that bitch down right now. You feel me? And actually getting into your bag right now. So it's important for us to not dwell on the mind control ways of what other people are doing, because again, they'll tell you something and, hey, wait, watch, it's coming, nigga. I'm telling you. That shit don't have nothing to do with you. You waited 5 years for it to come, and then you look back and be like, oh shit, I wasted a whole 5 years of my life. God damn, I didn't even realize I wasted all this time. Damn. And now, 35 turned to 40, and now you scratching your head trying to figure out what to do next. Get into you right now. Right now. Get into you right now. There's no other time than now. So if you can get into you right now, you're going to turn up on your destination. That spookism is dead. Fuck it. If we got to die, fuck it. But I'm going for mine. You can't scare me into goddamn living my life. Nigga, I'm about to turn up. I'm a god. So there's no way anybody should be ensconced in the aspect of what to come in a fear-based vibration. We have to live right now and live our life to the fullest right now and just keep on growing and getting better. Again, meditation, baby. I'm telling you, you got to do it, family. It's going to help you slow down these brain waves, right? The chaotic ego thoughts, the monkey brain thoughts, and then start to observe the ego. And then when you can observe it, you can have a separate world from it. So a lot of people are backwards. They separate the spirit and their ego runs supreme. You got to get into the other side of this thing and just separate the ego and observe it and say, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to do there, right? Because the ego will deal with your emotions, and we know what the emotions are. Energy and motion is going to make you move, or the lack of motion. Hey, Motion Mondays, baby, it go down. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Shout out to the gods, family. Shout out to the gods and goddesses. Shout out to the Neville Garter.
People hide their problems. Rich people hire help. Poor mindsets pride themselves on struggling alone. They hide their problems. They figure it out. They call it being strong. But rich people, they delegate, they ask, they hire. They know that every hour spent struggling in silence is an hour stolen from their greatness. Pride keeps poor people stuck because they'd rather be seen as self-sufficient than actually be supported. Rich people, they know that speed is power. And you don't get there by doing everything yourself. You get there by asking better questions, investing in better people, and refusing to carry what someone else can solve. You're not weak for needing help. You're weak for pretending you don't. People hide their problems.
Nigga, I know I said I thought that was I thought that was AI last week. She looked like AI though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what she got, what kind of filter she got or whatever, but I thought it was AI. You feel me? And she, you should fool the hell out of me. I'm like, damn, you don't know what's real or fake. Oh, hold on, dog. Hold on. Let me show y'all this shit. I just seen a Yaki video and I was so disgusted. Hold on, I just gotta show y'all. Check this shit out. Hold on, let me find it first. Damn, I was tripped. I said, oh, because it's not really about what's happening. Let's see. Okay, here it go. Here, just watch this shit. I said, oh, these people out here playing dirty. Why? See, hey, you can't even be mad at Caucasian people, man. They love you and shit. Shit, you feel me? They try to win too. So I don't know if this the lady that made the video, or she might be naive to who Yaki is. But essentially, she said, listen to this, listen to him. You feel me? Shout out to Yaki. And just check the video out.
What the fuck? So lost desire for sex is actually a symptom of menopause?
If your vagina feels drier than the desert, it's not you. It's perimenopause or menopause. Every single day in my office, women complain about vaginal dryness, low libido, sudden belly fat, sagging breasts, more wrinkles, hot flashes, mood swings, memory issues, restless sleep.
They do it. Hey, they do my nigga Yaki bad. That's fucked up. That AI shit is, hey, it's come. Hey, that's not him, right? Okay, cool. But just imagine 5 years from now, though, them boys gonna have this shit locked. That shit gonna sound just like him and shit. You feel me? You don't gonna know, oh, Yaki said that? They're gonna have Yaki saying eat meat. 5 years from now, shit, it's over with. That's why you gotta focus on self right now. Because you ain't gonna know what the information is. You ain't gonna know who. You be like, damn, this shit look, it looks like Yaki, right? Boom. They got this voice trying to,
and feeling like a stranger in their own body. These aren't random. These are classic signs your hormones are completely out of whack. Your body has entered metabolic slowdown and it's begging for help.
Oh my God, the world is coming to an end, dog. Hey, that shit is funny as hell. You know what? I can't wait till they do it to my nigga brother to Yosef. That shit gonna be funny. Yosef ass doing that. AI Yosef. That shit gonna hey, I can't make that shit up. That shit'll be funny as hell. What? Yosef? That shit is gonna be hilarious. Shout out to my bro God, but that shit gonna be funny. Yeah, he's gonna sound calm and shit. God damn. You already know I'm too expressive for you to even put. You can't pull it off with me because I got a little, I go into my monotone zone and shit, but still my movements be too electric and shit. So it's gonna be tough. But Yosef, you do that shit with Yosef. And have us saying some wild shit. So hey, shit. I thought that girl was AI last time. I don't know. Shit, some of this stuff be looking really strange. You know what I'm saying? Them filters they put on be looking like they just a robot and shit. Like they like fluid, like or whatever. You feel me? It's like, wow, okay, right? But what she was saying was right and exact. Hold on, let's get back to what she was saying. She said rich people invest in themselves, right? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, okay, cool, right? So, you do want to have that rich mindset and that mindset of investing in you first, because essentially as you invest in you, what's going to happen is you're going to gain more and more power of the real your own universe, right? So you gain more and more power of your world. And what we talk about, the underworld, is just your understanding, right? And what is understanding? Understanding is a knowing. Like when you say I understand, you're saying I'm tapped into the underworld, which is the father Osiris, right? Osar, which is you having a knowing. So for instance, I was telling the Patreon family this. I was at the store. I was at the store early in the morning, and I was trying to get some eggs for my kids, right? I went and got two things. I went and got some paper towels. What else I got? Something else and some eggs, right? And at the store, the egg fridge was all empty, right? It was like the fridge went out or something. And I was like, damn, okay, I can't get no eggs. But the eggs that I usually get, it'd be $8 for 30. You feel me? $8 for 30 pack. They only had the organic eggs, real live organic eggs, was 12 count, which was $7 a piece. I was like, oh, fuck. They trying to play a nigga or whatever. That's the only eggs they had because the whole thing was empty. The whole fridge was empty. I said, cool, bet, fuck it. I'm going to grab two of these, right? Not thinking about it, right? Even though I was like, oh, okay, damn. They try to tax on these organic eggs like that. Fuck it. All right, well, fuck it, whatever. Anyway, I was thinking a particular thought that I'm going to share with myself, right? That was powerful and uplifting and strong. Nigga, I went to the register. I put all my items in. It came out to $44.48. I said, oh, thank you, Spirit. God damn, chaos in the blood. So that 44 to me means I'm right and exact. My ancestors got my back. I'm in alignment with whatever I'm thinking of. So that 444 done took me up out of here. I said, oh shit, with the 8, I said, oh damn, it's going down. So now I know that was Spirit coming through because again, I know the codes on how Spirit communicates with me. So that knowing pushes my thoughts, whatever I was thinking, into a supreme mode to say, boom, go for that. So it literally kills the ego if I was trying to have a fight against it. You feel me? It literally just eradicates the ego. Nigga, just for the simple fact that the goddamn fridge egg department was broke that day. Is spirit putting me in alignment to see that message in the receipt. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Don't take it up with God, nigga. You're gonna have to take it up with God. That's how strange this thing works, and that's how powerful we are. You feel me? We have to be able to see our messages, our symbols, our signs, and really own them, right? And say, okay, this is what spirit want me to do. Because that's the knowing, that's the understanding. If you claim it, then it's done. And that understanding is going to be heavy in this new world that we're going into. All right. Oh, shoot, it's time. Okay. I'm going to do one more and we're going to get off of here. Here we go.
Here's how you stop caring about what people think about you. You stop caring about what they think about you and you start caring about what you think about you. The only reason why you care about what people think about you is because you don't care enough about what you think about yourself. When you start to realize that life is a one-player game, you're only going to be whatever you think you are. The issue is what you think you are is based on what they think that you are. So you have just taken somebody else's perspective and draped it all over yourself. Never once did you ask yourself, how do I feel about myself? This is how you stop caring about what they think about you. The only reason why you cared about what they thought about you is because they were a placeholder. They were a placeholder until you cared about what you thought about yourself. Your life is yours. Do with it as you may. What someone else thinks about you is really irrelevant. It was about what you thought about you.
Shout out to that guy right here. I think his name DG Mindset. Shout out to DG Mindset. Yeah, hey, whatever they think about you is none of your business. So you worrying about it and fretting about the opinions of others is holding you back from your greatness. All right, so I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. I'm gonna do me and do me to the fullest. Because again, you're not gonna be at my funeral, so what does that even mean? And then when you are at my funeral, guess what's gonna happen? Barbecue, chicken, all kind of stuff gonna be happening. Y'all see that funny reel where they said 5 minutes after the funeral, niggas start eating and start carrying on like, hey, I don't give a fuck. Because that's how the thing goes. Life got to keep on moving. You feel me? So who am I to worry about what somebody else thinks when we know that you're gonna just keep on moving on and time keeps on moving on? Chaos in the blood, baby. Yes, sir, family. So yeah, hey, the goddesses got a build right at 11. The goddesses have a build at 11 with D-Ray on Patreon. So y'all be on the lookout for that, Patreon goddesses. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Motion Monday, or something we're gonna tap into. Something's gonna come up through spirit. You know how dream get. Y'all know what it is, family. Peace to the gods.